Hey Pisces, welcome to Aria Moon Tarot, and thank you so much for being here. This is your love reading for anyone with sun, moon, or rising in Pisces. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't, check your other placements. All right, let's get started. So you have the Spy card, number 15. So this is a card that for me represents a lot having to do with social media. So this could, of course, be somebody that you meet on social media, potentially even through a dating app. We'll kind of see like if there's more confirmation in terms of how you first come across this person. But I will say with this card, it is really giving me the indication that there might be some kind of like online snooping around, spying around, not in a creepy way. This is more like this person probably wants to check up on you. They want to look at your pictures. They want to see like what you've been up to. You might feel the same way when you initially meet this person. Like you kind of want to find out everything you can about them. So there could be a feeling that the initial energy is like, maybe you don't feel comfortable talking to this person, or there's a little bit of shyness, and it could go both ways. And kind of the way of dealing with this is to like check up on their Facebook page or their Instagram and see what they're posting. And they're definitely behind the scenes kind of stalking your social media as well. It's kind of a cute energy. I feel like this person also might like undercover like some of your photos or something like that to get your attention. So this could have a huge impact on how your relationship starts. It might be that you initially meet the person and then they end up contacting you online in some way, maybe through text message or email to like set something up. So definitely keep an eye out for that. This is definitely the social media card for me in this deck. So yeah, I just have the feeling that this person initially wants a lot more information about you, and you might feel the same too. This can also extend to your friend group. So this can be like asking people who might know this person, like any information you can find out about them, or you find out that they have been asking about you, like trying to get more information on you. Is this person single? Like, how do you know them? Like, where might I see them again? I feel like this person is going to be putting in some effort behind the scenes to try to get to know you better and try to figure out anything that they can about you. And your relationship could start out with a lot of messaging back and forth, a lot of text messaging, a lot of like instant messaging. Like I feel like this person might blow up your DMs when you first meet, to try to get your attention and try to set something up. So kind of interesting energy to start. I have another card here. I'm going to use this as kind of like the card that backs up this energy. So we'll see what kind of energy is backing that up. And we have balance. Okay, so we have a number 12 here and a number 15. These numbers might be significant in your connection in some way. 15 can also add up to a number 6. So the 6, maybe the 6th of a month, or maybe the 6th month, June, could be significant. And then we also have a 3 here with this 12. So we could be looking at March being significant, or the number 3 being significant. I also am kind of like, we could be looking at something having to do with December 15th with this too. So if any of these numbers are significant to you, like if you're already in this connection, then you'll know, or these are numbers to keep in mind to look out for. What I like about this balance card is I think that the initial energies of your connection are going to be very much reciprocal. I think that this person is going to be pursuing you as much as you're pursuing them. I think the two of you really want to get to know each other. In the very beginning of the relationship, there's like this major pull towards each other. So even if it's not the easiest to contact each other, it might be that you ran into each other in a social setting and like you don't really know the person. Maybe you don't even know their name. So it like requires a little bit of digging. That could be why we've got some of this like social media kind of energy going on here. But if you're intrigued by this person, then just know they are equally as intrigued when it comes to you. They are trying to find out all the information that they can about you. They're asking around. They're trying to find you on social media. They're trying to maybe get your attention. You might get a friend request or something like that from this person. So it's definitely a balanced energy. I also think that this is someone who's going to compliment you very well. Not in terms of giving you compliments, but that could be true as well. This might be the type of person that gives you a lot of compliments, and that could be how you recognize that they are kind of feeling the same way about you as you are about them. But I initially meant that more in terms of like your personality, your qualities. I feel like there's a lot, like you two balance each other out a lot. So it could be like one person is super forgetful and the other one remembers everything, or one person is more outgoing and maybe more comfortable in social situations and the other person isn't. But when the two of you are together, you kind of balance each other out. It could also be that just your personality traits, like maybe the two of you make a great team because you have these different traits that kind of make up a whole. So like maybe one person likes to get into the details of things and the other person doesn't. They're more a big picture person, but when the two of you come together, you just create a beautiful balance in your relationship. So this is about equal give and take as well as balancing each other out. I feel like this is the type of person that returns your phone calls, that will text you back, or they will be the first one to reach out and to make contact a lot of the time. So you definitely feel like there's balance and there's like a reciprocal nature to this relationship. You don't feel like you're just out on a limb with this person, like you send a message and you never hear back. This is someone who will make the effort to balance out the relationship, to balance responsibilities within the relationship, and to balance this initial pursuit. I feel like it's very balanced. Even if maybe they take on a little bit more of that, it kind of depends on your personality. You might be someone who likes to pursue, and it could be vice versa as well. But in general, I just get the feeling that you don't have the impression that this person isn't willing to put in work and effort towards you to let you know how they feel about you. So that's kind of the energy that this balance card is giving me. So let's look at a little bit more. We'll look at some animal cards to see what else we can figure out. Ooh, we have the zebra. I like that card. That's really, really pretty. And then we also have the fox. Okay, the first thing that comes to mind when I see these two, these are both animals that I associate with like attractiveness. So I think this person's going to be pretty nice to look at, and they're probably going to feel the same way about you. This is kind of like about your connection, but it's also giving me clues as to who this person is. But I think this is someone who is very attractive. Also somebody who has a little bit of like an eccentric nature to them. So I feel like this person might have some quality about them that really stands out. They might have a particular way of dressing that really catches people's attention. And I think they're just, the way that they think is not typical. Like I feel like this is someone who will definitely keep you on your toes, keep you guessing, and someone who will always surprise you, like with the unique ideas that they come up with. The fox energy is it's like a cunning energy. It can be a sly energy. I don't feel like this person's like sneaky. It's not sly in that way. I think it's more like very inventive, because with the zebra, I pick up on a lot of artistic vibes, a lot of creative vibe. So I think this person just has a creative way of viewing the world. They have their own unique flavor that they put on everything that they do. And there's like this energy of like they're just outside the box. They're really outside the box. This is somebody that will like to travel. They're very curious. They just have a curious nature about them in general, which would probably drive them to want to travel and experience the world and see different cultures and taste different food. I feel like this person's going to introduce you to a lot of different things. Like they're going to open your mind a lot, and they're going to expand just kind of your worldview in general. And if you are someone who likes to travel too, or you've been to a lot of different countries or something like that, you're definitely going to bond with this person over your experiences. But I do think this is the type of person that will push you to try new things. So they might be so outside the box that even if you consider yourself a little bit of an eccentric character as well, I feel like this person can still introduce you to some weird things that you've never heard of before and that you've never tried. And you'll probably find a lot of things that you enjoy and things that you're like, oh wow, like I never would have eaten that crazy meal that you took me to, but it was actually really delicious. So like this person always keeps it, they keep it spicy. Let's just say that they really, they keep you guessing. I feel like this person isn't likely to work a very traditional job, and if they do, they need their break from it. Like they will want to take long vacations, or they'll want to have a job where they like they travel for work, or where they have the freedom to travel. So that kind of points to like more of an entrepreneurial spirit, because a lot of people like to live that kind of like laptop lifestyle and be able to go wherever they want. Because this person is so adventurous, I don't know if I see them really like chained to a desk somewhere like in a cubicle, because I think that would bore them. If they are in that scenario, then they definitely will find other ways to express themselves and to experience things. They might want to go and try different restaurants, or go to the museum or something like that, because they love to experience culture. They also love people. So this is someone super friendly. I think when you meet them, that's something you'll notice about them. It could be that you meet them in a social setting and you just notice how like friendly and how nice and outgoing they seem, and maybe it intrigues you, and that kind of leads to this wanting to reconnect energy that I was picking up on with the spy card. But yeah, they're definitely a friendly person, very caring person. I think they're kind of the life of the party, and people like to be around them. The funny thing is with this fox, like the fox is all curled up, sweet and cozy, like it's resting. So there might be a side to this person that although they're really outgoing, they might enjoy their alone time or some quiet time. Maybe they just like to spend time alone with you. I think that what I'm picking up on from this person is that people are very drawn to them. That doesn't necessarily mean that they always want the attention that they get. Because I think that a lot of people are interested in what they are doing and what they have to say, and maybe even just like what they're wearing, because they have a unique style about them. They have a unique vibe. So they can, I think this person still likes to kind of go away into their quiet space, their little quiet corner, and retreat at times too. But they are very outgoing, and I think their energy, it has this kind of infectious nature to it. Definitely fire energy with this zebra card. So this person might be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. You might be a fire sign. These cards don't actually have any kind of elemental association with them. With the fox, I would say probably earth. So there could be a combination of earth and fire energy here. You could be a fire sign that could be earth, or vice versa, or this could be their like their sun and their moon. They could be an earth sun and a fire moon, or something like that. So that's a little bit of an indication about that. Let's look at your other oracle cards. So we have journey number 2. Again, pay attention to all the numbers that come up, because there might be something that kind of catches your eye, or that you know is significant, or something you can watch out for as you are kind of exploring this idea of meeting your soulmate. So we do have another 2 here. 222, or something to do with the number 2 might be significant in your relationship. You might see repeating 2s when this person is close, or when you're getting close to meeting them. The number 2 is also a card of divine counterparts. Not a card, sorry, a number of divine counterparts, and we are talking about soulmates here. So it's sort of just a little bit of confirmation about that. So we have the journey card, and we also have sunrise. That's actually like really happy and fun energy. I think this person is a lot of fun, and they kind of have like a like an eclectic kind of nature to them. Like there's something really, like I was saying, like something infectious. So they definitely attract people. They attract attention, and people really want to like soak up all that energy. So the Sunrise card is kind of a card of just that. It's a card of like beginnings. It's a card of hopefulness, but it does make me think of the sun in tarot, like just how bright and cheery the sun is. I'm trying to figure out how to get your cards up here in a way where you can see them. So I think that there's this idea with this journey that like, I think both of you are along for the ride when it comes to this. So back to that energy of balance, it feels like it's very reciprocal. It feels like both of you have been on this journey of trying to recognize or looking forward to connecting with your soulmate. And so it feels like you're very much on the same page when it comes to this idea of a very important connection entering your life. Like you've both been on this path. There's also the feeling I'm getting that like you might feel like your life really begins when you meet this person. That's not to say that you're not living your best life without this person, but I think that the two of you are going to embark on so many adventures together that you might have a feeling of like, whoa, things are just starting. Like there's so much more for me to experience, and there's so much for me to experience with this new person. So even if these are experiences that you've had before, I think that you're looking at them through a new lens when you are with this soulmate of yours. Like I think that even things that can be familiar to you seem brand new when you're with this person. They bring a new energy to it, and you love sharing things with them and getting their view on certain things. So it's like I don't know. I just feel like I feel like it's almost a renewal in a way. I really do see you traveling a lot with this person, because we were talking about travel, and now we have this journey energy, which can talk about travel. You see she's here like with her bags packed and actually headed right over a bridge. So bridges can be like a symbol of kind of like you're heading into a new territory here, and sometimes even skipping over some of the rough parts. Like a bridge can be a shortcut if you had to trudge through something kind of difficult to get to the other side wherever you're heading. So I feel like this relationship and this connection might just feel like it's sort of like it shortcuts something for you. It makes things easier in some way. It really takes you on a different path that you might not have seen yourself going. Also with this zebra energy, because zebra personality types are really interested in humanitarian work and volunteer work. So this could be a shared passion of yours. You could even meet this person on some sort of trip, like a trip where you're volunteering your time or something to like a cause that's really close to you. You could meet this person in that type of scenario. It doesn't even have to be that it's like something far away. This could be local volunteering or something like that. But with the journey card and with all of this travel energy, I feel like the two of you are going to travel a lot together. I think this person has probably traveled a lot and has a lot of stories to tell. Yeah, I just get the feeling that you're kind of like blending two very different experiences when I look at this, and somehow it all balances out. So you each have something very unique to bring to this, and it's almost like the zebra, like with these stripes. Like with the zebra, the black stripes and the white stripes are combined to make this one gorgeous animal that's like pretty interesting to look at. Like most animals don't have such vibrant stripes like this. So I feel like this is kind of representative of this connection, like two parts that might seem really different coming together and really having a lot to offer, like being combined in this unique way. So yeah, let's get into some tarot and see what else we can find out. The cards are taking a little bit for anything that, oh, something popped out, for anything to pop out. And that's kind of bringing me back to that idea of journey. Like, the two of you might have both felt like you've been on this journey for a while. If you've kind of had this feeling of like searching for this person, there might be a little bit of that energy. And I think that's something the two of you will connect on, because it just feels like you're in tune with each other in this particular way. Like this idea won't be foreign to your soulmate. They'll understand you. Ooh, the Lovers. Okay, let's pull one more card. Okay, Queen of Swords. So it's funny because I'm getting kind of a different interpretation from the Eight of Cups than I typically would. So the Eight of Cups is about walking away from something. It's about kind of like knowing when it's time to walk away, and making a difficult decision. And that could have something to do with when you come together with this person. It could be that you have just walked away from a connection that you really thought was going to be lasting in your life, and then you've had to make the choice to move away. And then you meet this person, and I think it's going to change your view of what you think you deserve, and of how well you think you can connect with someone, because I think you're going to connect with this person a lot more than you have in any previous relationship, even if you have felt like you think this person's the one or something like that. But Eight of Cups energy, definitely walking away from something. This also brings me back to that feeling of journey. So this might be that you meet this person when you are on some type of journey, like we were talking about traveling. You could meet this person traveling. You could meet this person when you have kind of stepped out of your comfort zone, stepped out into, like maybe stepping out into the real world for the first time. So maybe moving away from home, moving away from some kind of comfort. But it seems like when you do this, you actually meet this person that becomes your new sense of home and kind of becomes this comfort to you. With the Lovers card, I'm noticing how the two people in this card, they don't really look similar, kind of bringing me back to that idea with the zebra, like with the stripes. So you may come from a different culture than this person. That could again tie back into this idea of travel. It could be that you are traveling to a different country when you meet this person, or they're traveling to a different country when they meet you. You might have a lot of differences from this person, but I think you have a lot of similarities too, and those differences really have a way of balancing each other out. I'm also noticing this tattoo here, which is, it looks like a little, like it gives me Sagittarius vibes, like the archer kind of energy. So definitely like Gemini energy with this, maybe even some more Sag energy. We had some fire energy before, and like all this red in the background is making me think of fire, all the fire signs and the fire energy. The intensity and the love that's in this card is kind of indicative of how you're gonna feel with this person. I'm also drawn to like the long hair. There's a lot of long flowy hair in all the cards that came out, so that could be some sort of indication. Also like pretty dark hair. I see this is actually dark hair too, like a dark brown or like maybe an auburn. So these can be ways that you could recognize this person. I feel also like there might be something with the chest, like a very muscular chest, or a chest that really catches your attention for whatever reason. There's a lot of great communication here with the Queen of Swords. There's like really good energy in terms of how the two of you are going to communicate with each other. And I think that this person is going to be able to communicate very well, very clearly. They're straightforward, and that might kind of like tie into that eccentric kind of that energy. They might be the type of person that just kind of like says it. They just say whatever comes to mind or something, and I think you value that in them. I think it's something that you appreciate. I'm drawn to this this bird in the background, so birds might be significant. Also, you know, air signs with the Queen of Swords. So this person might be an air sign, or you might be an air sign. We have the World and the Eight of Pentacles just came out. Let me pull one more card. But we are, again, we're looking at a lot of travel here. We had strength. We're looking at a lot of travel here with the World coming out. And we're also, this Eight of Pentacles is taking me back to that idea that you could meet this person doing some kind of work that's close to your heart. It could be this idea of like volunteering or something, because it came out right over the Lovers card. So that could kind of tell the story there. And I'm just wondering if like this kind of digging around to find out more information about each other, if it's because you met in an environment where you just didn't get a lot of information about them. But I think the two of you are really connecting over your strong will and your direct communication. I think it's something that has probably been lacking for both of you, and it's like it comes full circle in this connection. And again, it feels very balanced because it doesn't feel like the communication is one-sided, like we were talking about in the beginning. It doesn't feel one-sided. It feels like there's something reciprocal here. So I do think that the communication is going to be great between the two of you. And I think that the two of you are going to travel a lot. So you're going to recognize this person by their kind of eccentric personality. Like there's something very unique about them. I don't think you're going to miss them. Like I think that they're going to be eye-catching. But I also think that even if your first meeting doesn't result in anything, because I think that for a lot of you that might be true. You might meet this person kind of randomly, and you might not get like all of their details. You might not get the deets. You know what I mean? Like you might not exchange numbers. You might not even know what this person's name is initially. But I do feel like there's some connection through social media. So it's either that you're meeting this person on social media in some way, or you're reconnecting with this person through social media. If you just met them in passing and you don't know a lot about them, you might be able to network and figure out this person's name, or they might be doing that about you. But it's definitely a balanced energy. I don't think you're going to miss them, because I think that there's something about them in terms of the way that they look that's very unique. Something that's very eye-catching, and they're definitely magnetic. I think this is the type of person that attracts a lot of attention. So yeah, they can't be missed. They're gonna be the life of the party, so you won't miss them at all. And somebody who loves to travel. Let's pull a couple just little indications about name or appearance that we can get from my bag of goodies here. So we have the letter F and the letter P. These could be initials. Let's see what else comes to mind. It could be something having to do with the month of February. I guess we could be looking at a Pisces with the letter P. Probably initials. I don't want to read like too much into that. We have red or auburn hair in the number 2. And I was talking about this on this card, the hair looking kind of like an auburn color. So that could be confirmation of that. For me, red hair is like hair that just really stands out. It catches people's attention. So this might not have to do with specifically a hair color, but it could be that there's something very distinct about their hair. Like there's something very noticeable about this person's hair, or it literally could be this color. But like I was saying before, you can't miss this person. Like I don't think you're gonna miss this person. There's something about them that really stands out. I'm gonna get one more. We have an M. And for some reason, as soon as I saw that, I thought May. I guess we could also be looking at March. And am I forgetting any other months that start with the letter M? I'm not sure, but when I saw that, I initially just thought May. So May might be really significant for you in your connection. I think that's all the messages I see for you, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me read your cards. If you liked this video, if any part of it resonated for you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below if any of these like synchronicities, like maybe you know the person I'm talking about. Maybe some of this stood out for you, or maybe some of these numbers. I'm seeing again, we got the number 2 again, and we were talking about the number 2 potentially being significant in this connection, maybe seeing repeated 2s. We had 2 on Journey, and we had 2 on this balance card with the number 12. So that really might be a significant number in this connection. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you feel like it, and hopefully I will see you again really soon in another reading. Bye!